Welcome to the Quick Start Guide for our enterprise management application. In this video, we'll implement a simple trading business process where we buy and sell goods to determine our earnings. We will go through the following steps. Add a group and category of products. Add a product. Add a supplier and a client. Deposit money into the current account as an investment by the owner of the company. Create a purchase order with a supplier. Pay for the goods and post them to the warehouse. Create a sales order with a client. Receive payment from the client and ship the goods. Calculate the earnings from this deal. Now, let's follow these steps in detail. First, let's clear the database. To do this, in the Utilities, Clear Database menu, click the Empty Database button. To reflect the results of this example in accounting, enable the Automatically Perform Transactions option in the Settings, My Profile, or Default Values menu. Important: the application contains many directories, such as product categories, discount types, purchase statuses, etc. They are all stored in one place, in the Settings, Directories menu. Here you can add, update, and delete elements of these directories. However, you will rarely have to go to this menu to add. This can be done directly in the Finder by clicking on the plus button. So, let's get started with our example. Step 1. Adding a product group and category. Go to the product catalog from the Products menu or by clicking on the first quick search button above the side menu. Click on the Categories button in the upper right corner of the catalog. An empty list of categories will open. Click on Plus and then Add Group. Add the Gadgets category group. Click on Plus again and this time select Add Category. Add the Smartphones category, selecting the Gadgets group for it. The group will be inserted automatically. Step 2. Adding a product. Products can be added from different places in the application. This time we will add it from the same catalog. Click on the plus button again and select Add Product. The product card will open in the adding mode. Select the Smartphones category by clicking on the search button to the right of the category field. A list of categories will open in the Finder. Note that there is a plus button next to the search field. This means that you can add a new category right here, what we did in Step 1. Click on Smartphones to select a category. Enter the following values for the fields. Name: iPhone 15 Pro Max. Item number: i15 Max. Barcode 1234. Cost price 100. Price 130. Weight 3. Min stock 5. Max stock 12. Click on the button with the search icon to the right of the supplier field to select a supplier. The list that appears will only have one supplier, your company. Let's add a new supplier right here. Click the plus button and enter the name of the Apple organization and remove the client attribute. Click the Save button and return to the product card. The new supplier will be substituted in the product card field. Click the Add button. The product has been added. In the product card, you can add photos and other data on additional tabs. Add the product to the card immediately by clicking on the corresponding button. This will make it easier for us to create sales orders and purchases. On the dashboard, you can see that we have one product without a balance and one product with a balance less than the minimum stock. Further, we will not describe in such detail how to add this or that object. The procedure is the same as for products. Step 3. Adding a supplier and a client. We have already added the supplier when we added the product. Add a client, for example Galaxy, in the company's Clients menu. Step 4. Replenishment of the current account for payment of products to the supplier, owner's investments. Let's add a person, the owner. To avoid doing this manually, let's import them from a test CSV file. Go to the menu Persons, List, and select the menu Import from CSV, the More button in the upper right corner of the screen. A standard file preview form will open. Click on the link, get a sample CSV file, and then import. Return to the list of persons by clicking on the Back button on the navigation bar. Open the card of any person. Go to the Transactions tab, click the plus button, and select the transaction type, Investments, the payment account bank. Enter the amount of $10,000 in the Amount field and save the transaction. Check the status on the dashboard. Cash equals $10,000 in the Finance menu. We can already receive financial reports. To do this, in the Finance menu, Accounting Financial Reports, calculate them on the first tab and view them on the other tabs. Step 5. Creating a purchase. In the Purchases List or Cards menu, add a new purchase by selecting the Apple supplier. Additional tabs will appear on the purchase card. Go to the Specification tab. Click the plus button and select Add from the catalog. Now there is only one product in the catalog, and it will be selected automatically. Just click Add to Purchase. The product is added to the purchase. Now close the product catalog. At this stage, our statistics on the dashboard and other reports will not change. A purchase, like a sales order, is only a deal, an intention to buy or sell something. However, deals can affect the on-order and reserve fields of the product card. Step 6. Payment for purchase, receipt and acceptance of goods at the warehouse. Receipt of goods. In the purchase card, go to the Transactions tab and add a transaction of the receipt of goods type. Select a warehouse. Leave the other fields unchanged and click the Add button. Go to the Specification tab of the transaction. Here are listed the inventory item cards created by this transaction. They store information about the cost price in a specific batch of goods, expiration date, etc. All movements of goods in the application are recorded on the inventory cards. Look at the reports in the Warehouse menu, for example, Warehouse Turnover. On the dashboard and in the financial reports, we have an accounts payable of 100 and an increase in warehouse stock. To pay off the accounts payable, you need to pay for the purchase. This can be done in the same way as the shipment in the purchase card, but there is another method that allows you to pay for several purchases at once. To do this, mark this purchase in the first column in the list of purchases and select Pay Marked in the More menu on the toolbar. Next, select the bank account from which you want to pay for the purchase. Check the company's status on the dashboard and in the reports. Step 7. Creating a sales order. Sales orders can be created in the same way as purchases in the Sales List menu. To avoid repetition, let's create an order as in the online store through the shopping cart. In Step 2, we already added the product to the shopping cart. Now go to the Products Shopping Cart menu or click on the Quick Access button. Click the Create Order button. Select the Galaxy client and click the Add button. Go to the Specification tab and make sure that the product has been added to the order. In the Plus menu of the specification, you will find other methods for adding products and services to the order. Go to the Invoice tab to print or email an invoice to the client. All documents in the application are printed using HTML templates. You can edit them and add your own. Step 8. Pay for the order and ship the goods to the client. In the order card, go to the Transactions tab and add a transaction of the shipment type. In the Specification tab of the transaction, make sure that the goods have been written off from the inventory card. In the dashboard and reports, make sure that there are no more warehouse stocks. There's an accounts receivable of 130. To pay off the accounts receivable, open the order card from the list by clicking in the first column. In the Transactions tab, add a transaction of the payment from the client type. Step 9. How much did we earn? Run the Revenue Margin Report in the Sales Reports menu. Select Grouping by Products. So, bought for 100, sold for 130. Profit 130 minus 100 is equal to 30. This information can also be obtained from financial reports. In the balance sheet, it is current year profit. Thank you for watching.